The man let out a fierce roar, as if declaring to the world, "You can break my body, but you'll never break my will." His name was Lewis, a track athlete who won every race he entered. He was so good, he represented his country at the Berlin Olympics. But facing world-class competition, he fell behind dead last in the final lap. He remembered his brother's words, "A moment of pain is worth a lifetime of glory." He surged forward, past runner after runner, and crossed the line, breaking a world record. Just as his future was looking bright, war broke out. Lewis enlisted. During a mission, his plane malfunctioned and crashed into the ocean. He and 2 crewmates survived, clinging to 2 rafts, surviving on scraps of chocolate and water for over 2 weeks. One day, a fighter jet appeared overhead. They fired a flare in hope, but instead of rescuing them, the plane opened fire. They dove into the sea. Eventually, they were captured and sent to a Tokyo POW camp. There, Louis was beaten and had his nose broken just by looking at an officer, but every time he fell, he forced himself back up. Days later, officers tried to use his fame offering good food and freedom if he read a propaganda message over the radio. Louis refused. Smirking, the officer ordered the POWs to line up each to punch Louis in the face. Anyone who refused would see the injured beaten. Instead, Louis signaled them. One punch, then another. They punched him until sundown. The years passed. That same officer was reassigned. Louis finally had relief, but during a transfer, they crossed paths again. This time, the officer ordered Louis to lift a 130-pound wooden beam. Louis, now frail and starved, struggled but managed to raise it. If he drops it, the officer said, "Shoot him." Minutes passed. Louis's legs trembled. The beam sagged lower, but he didn't let go. In that moment, he wasn't holding wood, he was holding his dignity. The officer began to panic. He realized he would never break this man. Louis let out a final, primal scream filled with defiance. The comrades were infected by the scene and raged. The officer beat him senseless. As the war neared its end, the enemy planned one last massacre at the camp. Suddenly, a bomber flew overhead. The prisoners stared in awe. The war was over. Would you be moved by the unbreakable spirit of Louis?